The most dangerous piece of financial advice you'll hear in 2026 is that you only need a 3-month emergency fund. 10 years ago, that was a golden rule. Today, it's a financial trap. Between structural inflation hovering at 3.5% and AI agentic models literally shifting the job market every 6 months, a 3-month buffer isn't a safety net. It's a one-way ticket back to your parents' basement. We're not just here to scare you. We're here to show you the tiered buffer system. It's the exact framework that we're applying to manage our cash in 2026. It protects you from total collapse. But more importantly, it stops you from losing thousands in opportunity cost while your money sits idle. Welcome to Principal and Profit. We help individuals understand how to build wealth through value investment principles that help secure a future where financial stress is nothing but a theory. Now, let's look at the numbers. In 2010, the average time to find a new job after a layoff was 12 weeks. In 2026, for mid to high-level professionals, that number has ballooned to 22 weeks due to market fragmentation and AI-driven role displacement. If your monthly burn rate is $5,000, the old rule says you need at least 3 times your burnout rate, which equates to $15,000, to be in a safe position. But if it takes you 5 months to find a job, then you're $10,000 short. You'll end up liquidating your stocks during a market dip or, worse, put it on a credit card with a 25% annual interest rate. This is the 2026 reality check. Inflation has made cash a melting ice cube. Keeping $30,000 in a standard savings account is essentially paying a laziness tax of about $1,000 a year in lost purchasing power. So, what are we doing instead? We've moved to a tiered buffer system. We don't treat emergencies as one big category. We break them down by speed and severity. The first tier we term the instant buffer. This is located in your primary checking account or a physical safe and can be accessed immediately. The purpose for this is what we term the life happens tier. A flat tire, a broken window, or a vet bill. The philosophy behind this tier is to handle situations that need to be paid before a bank transfer can clear. We suggest that you at least have $2,000 for such emergencies. The second tier is the stability layer. This tier should hold a sum amounting to 3 months of survival expenses. This sum should be stored in a high-yield savings account or a money market fund. This isn't your full lifestyle. It's your survival burn rate, or the minimum amount of money you need to live once you've tightened the belt. The philosophy behind this tier is, if your lifestyle costs $5,000, but you can live on $3,500 by cutting Netflix and eating out, if you put that $3,500 aside for 3 months, this tier becomes valued at $10,500. The last tier, Tier 3, is the Opportunity Fund, which should be able to maintain 3 to 6 months of your lifestyle. We suggest that this sum is stored in a low-volatility income fund or a low-volatility index fund. This tier is the game changer. This isn't just for job loss, it's for opportunity. When the market crashes by 20%, you don't touch Tier 1 or 2. You use Tier 3 to buy the dip while others are panicking. Let's put this into a real-world scenario. Imagine you spend $5,000 per month. Under the old rule, you'd just park $15,000 in a bank and call it a day. So here's the 2026 update. For Tier 1, we suggest keeping $2,000 as instant cash, and this sum can be stored in a checking account or in a safe as physical cash. Now for Tier 2, keep $10,500, which should amount to your survival burn rate. This sum can be stored in a high-yield savings account, which pays about 4.5% interest. And in the final tier, Tier 3, keep $15,000 for extended safety, and this principal can be stored in a low-volatility index fund or a low-volatility income fund. That brings the full total of your emergency savings to $27,500. By structuring it this way, you have $2,500 more protection than the old rule. But because Tier 3 is invested in low-risk, yield-bearing assets, you're actually earning roughly $600, $800 a year in interest that you would have missed out on otherwise. The 3-month emergency fund died because the world became more volatile and the cost of being safe became too expensive. You need to be resilient, not just liquid. Tonight, I want you to do one thing. Open your bank app and calculate your survival burn rate. Not what you spend now, but what you could live on if the world ended tomorrow. That number is your new North Star. If you found this video helpful and want to know how to be better prepared for the future so that your wealth journey isn't stifled by unexpected life events, hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for more wealth building tips. We'll see you in the next one.